Welcome to the Gear for Music channel. We're here at Humber Street Sesh and we're sat with Fiona-Lee. How are you?
Hello, I'm good, thank you. How are you doing?
I'm not too bad. So obviously it's not your first time playing Humber Street Sesh. You've played here previously. As you just mentioned off camera, which I should have saved for on camera, you've opened up the BBC introducing stage before. How does it feel to be at the headline slot now?
Yeah, I opened it in, I think it was 2018. And then, yeah, it's just real nice to know that like things are moving, things are growing, and it's also just really nice to be asked back. Do you know what I mean? To still have that support from Hull, and yeah, it feels real exciting and special.
I can imagine, because it's not quite a local scene, but it is a little bit of a local scene. We've still been in the East Riding for you, so it must be nice to have that recognition here and see the love return.
Yeah, for sure. Like, I mean, although I'm not from Hull, I'm from a really little town called Howden, but Hull is where I did kind of like start out when I was younger, so it does feel like this is like my hometown really, and yeah, it's fun.
That's awesome. So you've had a really busy year and you've had a lot of cool things going on. You were on the BBC introducing stage at Glastonbury with a white Yorkshire rose behind you, which was really cool. Tell us a little bit about that experience. And
I mean, that was mental. Like I had my nana's Yorkshire flag behind me on stage. That was really nice. Yeah, it was just really exciting and quite surreal, really. Like I'd never actually been to the festivals, and then I got told that I was kind of like told as a surprise, like in front of all of the BBC introducing team, at like this gig that they had. Yeah, it was just so grateful to BBC introducing for the support. Yeah,
it seems to be a theme with BBC introducing. We were speaking to Wench earlier, and they said that they just played Reading and Leeds as well. They're playing Reading and Leeds,
right.
And they got told as a surprise as well. So it seems like they like to keep everyone on their toes.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I know that's what Jericho's like. He's wicked. Yeah.
Awesome. On top of being busy with Glastonbury and stuff like that as well, you've had sessions at Maida Vale in London and as well in Abbey Road Studios. Like, tell me a bit about that, because that must be like a proper like bucket list thing to do.
I mean, yeah, so the Maida Vale thing was actually when I found out about Glastonbury.
Awesome.
So that was for BBC Introducing's away day, that they have a thing every year where they all get together and they have an artist play some songs, and so that's when they told me. And then yeah, the Abbey Road stuff, I've done a couple sessions there for like a festival called Equalise, which is all based around International Women's Day, like encouraging more female and non-binary artists to be involved in like, you know, the creating music. That was so crazy. Like they've been so supportive as well, and just really special, just really grateful.
Cool. So obviously we're Gear for Music going to talk about your guitars and your pedals as well. One thing I noticed was when I was doing research for you was like something like, go on man, tell me more about what pedals I should be using. Well, I guess this is an example where I'm asking you what pedals you are using and tell us what we should be using.
Well, okay, so for starters, like that is sarcastic, right? Obviously. It's because basically I had this thing where, I mean, it still happens where nearly every show there's always an older guy that's telling you, oh, you should try on this pedal, or you should try on this guitar, like, so that's just, that's that.
There's always one, isn't there?
There's always one, and it's always a man. But yeah, you know what? So playing with a band, I actually don't use any pedals at the minute. I've just got my tuner. That's all I need, because I don't like having to like tap dance while I was trying to sing at the same time.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's too hard. But I do have I used to play when I was just playing on my own. I would have like a little octave pedal, like one of the Pog pedals, and like a little overdrive pedal, and
just to give you a little bit of depth behind you.
Yeah.
It's like a bass, but just backing you.
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, I think you're I'm like putting a tally out, and hopefully like these interviews go out in the correct order, because you are the third person to say that a pedal is the only thing they're running today. So that's like, yeah, it seems to be like a growing thing where people are just going straight into the amp again.
Yeah, well, there you go. Yeah, I mean, if you can get the good sound out of the amp, then that's
exactly. What more do you need? Obviously, with guitars, tell us a little bit about what you're using for Glastonbury. You're using an offset Fender. I was trying to figure out if it was a Jaguar or a Jazzmaster, and it had like the Jag switching, but it also had the soap bars. So I was like, I'll just let you answer that one.
Yeah, so I like Jazzmasters. I've got two because I play in weird tunings, so it's nice to be able to swap. But yeah, they're just like, one of them's like a Mexican. It was some kind of like vintage 60th anniversary thing that they did, and it's in mustard yellow. And the other one's like Japanese Jazzmaster. It's like sunburst finish, and like I think it's from like '96 or something. Yeah, it's cool. It's class. I love that guitar. Yeah. I love it. Yeah.
I'm going to say something controversial. I'm a jazz master player too. They're the best guitars, so I mean, you've got good taste there.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about your influences. There's a lot going on there. There's a little bit of, tell me if correct me if I'm wrong, but I can get a little bit of grunge scene in there, a little bit of alternative rock. There's also a little bit of a folk explosion, a little bit in there. So tell me a little bit about the artists and the influences, even if they're local, who have kind of inspired you.
Yeah, so I guess, I was like obsessed with Kings of Leon, but like their first maybe like 5 albums.
Yeah.
So that was a really big thing for me growing up. And like Bruce Springsteen, U2, PJ Harvey, Jeff Buckley, like Fleetwood Mac, Blondie, Sam Fender's been a really big one, just in terms of like the actual like writing style. And yeah, he was. I was brought up, my dad's favourite band is Genesis. So there's a lot of them.
Bit of Phil Collins.
Bit of Phil Collins. Love Phil Collins. Yeah, so a lot of like big sounding bands. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, there's a lot like eclectic taste in there, like from PJ Harvey all the way to Kings of Leon. You've covered the whole ground.
And Joni Mitchell, like proper folky, like singer-songwriter stuff. Like love all of that. Like John Martin. Yeah.
Yeah, there's like a fantastic bunch of influences in there completely. So, what have you got coming up? What's exciting? What's going on? Don't say anything that you can't, but like...
I think the most exciting thing for me is like starting to play with a band. This is like currently the only band show that I have booked.
Yeah.
But it's the first time playing with a band like ever for me tonight. So that's like really exciting and kind of scary at the same time. But I'm really excited to do more shows with the band. And I'm also working on my second EP.
Nice.
So there's going to be another song coming out like I think start of September, and that's called Victim, and then there'll be an EP following that later in the year.
Really cool. So in terms of like lyrical content as well, obviously you've got your song Mother, which is really, really like deep, it's hard hitting. What goes behind your songwriting process? What inspires you to write?
It's honestly just things that like make me feel something really heavily, something that makes I kind of struggle to write about things that don't really make me feel anything, to be honest. Like it's got to be something that like maybe I've experienced, not something I've experienced, but like something that's really moved me, I think. And it's usually just like write on like I usually sit on my bed and write the songs on like an acoustic guitar, really. Yeah, that's it. It's not very interesting. It's just.
It is interesting as well. Like you'll be surprised at some of the answers you get when you ask like how do you write. Some bands are like they track bass first. It's good, like which is crazy. But I guess it's time to tell people where they can find you, what you've got coming up in terms of gigs and where they should go. Yeah.
So the main social media form for me is Instagram. It's just Fiona-Lee official. I'm obviously on TikTok, and I'm not on Twitter or X or whatever it's called because I don't like it. And then Spotify, obviously.
Yeah.
Fiona-Lee. Don't forget the hyphen. There's a hyphen. Fiona-Lee.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you for speaking to us.
Cheers. Thanks for having us.
Awesome. Cheers.